Good day, friend. Thank you so much for tuning in with me again. You know who I am. I'm Dr. Michael, the controversial preacher. I get it. Listen, I want to talk about the subject wealthy with no deliverance. Wealthy with no deliverance. Many people go to church, and once they get to church, right, they always want to be delivered, which nothing wrong with that. I get it. I'm the same way when I go to church. However, I come to realize that everything about God is perfected. There's nothing that God has done that is not preordained or already given. In the book of James it said, and I knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb. So if God knew me before I was formed in my mother's womb, that means that he knew the lifestyle and the life that I would tread. So then Paul made a statement. Paul said, God, take this thorn away from me 3 times. Deliver me from my affliction. But then God said, no, my grace is sufficient. So in 2 Samuel chapter 9 verses 1 through 3, we're talking about Mephibosheth and David. David made a covenant with Jonathan, and Jonathan is David's partner, his friend, his buddy. And he made a covenant with him, and then now Jonathan has died. Jonathan and Saul dies, and leaving Mephibosheth. Point number 1, dropped by a loved one. Dropped by a loved one. You got to understand that you're not the person that you are because of you. You did not come into this world with a broken heart. You did not come into this world after the relationship. It has left you so scornful to the point now you don't trust anyone else. You won't get into another relationship because you fear the possibility of being hurt. You won't go back to church because if there are a couple of people in church that ostracize you, so now you fear going back to church because of church hurt. You will not deal with certain people in your life, your family, and your friends because of how they hurt you. Mephibosheth is dropped by his nurse, by someone that he loves. So now he's walking for the remainder of his life with a limp, and the history of his nurse dropped him. Now recognize the nurse is no longer there, but he's still afflicted. The main thing here is point number 2, position your mind for wealth transfer. You got to position your mind for wealth transfer. In verses 7 and 8, you'll see that Mephibosheth does something remarkable. He began to look at himself and he said, what do you want to do with a person like me? I'm a dog. After being dropped all of this time, after living in Lodabar. Now Lodabar is the ghetto. It's the ghetto. It's the place that really there's nothing good that can come out of this. Jesus, the Bible says that there's nothing good that can come. Can something good come out of Nazareth? Can something good come out of the place that you live? Mephibosheth is dealing with all of this insecurity, but he has to position his mind for wealth transfer. Saints and friends, point number 3 is wealth transference. In verses 9 through 10, you will see that something remarkable happened. David's assistants tell him, he said, we have already prepared a place for Mephibosheth. They begin to take on responsibility. He said, they will work for you. So you leave a place of living in Lodabar, in a ghetto area, living in Lodabar, having a limp, not being delivered, and going through all of these things, have no money. But then David comes in God and say, look, I'm going to give you the finances of your grandfather. Saints, let me prophesy to you. There are some people that is listening to me right now that that there has been wealth laid up for you. Someone has passed and you don't even know there is real estate waiting for you. In my conclusion, I got to tell you this because I'm out of time. In my conclusion, David says to him, he said, now he will sit at the table with me. You will eat with me, the king. He sit at the table. Let me get my chair to show you something. He sits at the table, and all of a sudden, while he's sitting at the table, he's wealthy. He's sitting with the king, but his leg is still lame. Change your focus. Don't try to get delivered. Get the wealth transfer. That's what God has called you to do. God bless you. See you later.